Heyo everybody, Haku here, got another The Walking Dead video for you, and this one's going to be talking about some Season 7B 8 new promo images that we just saw. I know we got some promo images before, but none of them were all that special. None of them really showed characters so much as just random stuff from set, really. So I didn't really make a full video on them. There were a bunch of other people doing videos on them as well. But this one, I'm kind of sitting to the side here because I'm going to blow up, put the picture on screen, and talk about it for each of these 8. And also, I will leave a link in the description to the Entertainment Weekly article that they were revealed in so that you guys can go there, support the original source, and see for yourselves. So yeah, very, very interested to see as well afterward what you guys think of all this. So let's go ahead and get into these 8 new promo images. Now, the first of these promo images seems to be Daryl and Michonne at what looks like the Kingdom. So, of course, we know our group was headed to the Kingdom, but now we have confirmation that Daryl and Michonne are going to be 2 of the people there. Will be interesting to me to see both of them interact with Morgan, presuming that Morgan is there. Will be interesting as well to see if Carol is brought back into things, if Daryl can interact with her at all, or if Morgan keeps her a secret. I'm hoping they won't. There's the chance that they will, of course, but I'm hoping not. Just interesting to note that both of these characters will be there, and it could always not be the Kingdom, but from the shrubbery back there and the building, I believe that big brick building is the Kingdom, because we'll see it in a few of the images later on. Other than that, there's nothing really special I can glean from this image, other than just, hey, interesting that those 2 will be there. The second of our 8 new promo images has me very, very excited, because it appears to be, the wall definitely looks like Alexandria, so I'm definitely saying this is Alexandria. The streets look like it as well. But we have Simon with Rick and Aaron in the background. I was not expecting this at all, because I was expecting, after what Simon told Gregory, that he would be pretty much only interacting with the hilltop, but to see that we're going to have Rick going out and what looks like meeting a new group. We're going to have Rick go out on supply runs probably. We're going to have Rick at the Kingdom and at the hilltop. And now we have more photographic proof now that he's going to be able to be at Alexandria during a savior visit with Simon there. So this shows that we have a lot of stuff that's going to go down this in the back half of this season, which I'm pretty excited about. Also excited to see that they're not going to say, oh, Aaron was injured from getting beat up, and just have him out of the mix for a while, that he's back in it already. So really like that, and Aaron's in a lot of these promo images actually. So excited about that. Very excited and interested to see the dynamic between Simon and Rick at Alexandria, especially since it seems like from what we see there aren't any saviors around. Unless I'm making a mistake, because it is kind of small what I'm looking at right now. But when I looked at him and kind of semi-analyzed him earlier, I was pretty certain that was Aaron. So yeah, I very, very excited to see what this scene comes from. And now we have a nice little scene of our Alexandrians talking, which I really like because we're seeing some of the, don't want to call them side characters, minor characters. Not totally sure what I want to categorize them as. But I do like when we see more of characters like Tobin and Eric, and I like when we have this sort of filtering where we have important characters die off, maybe important characters sort of fall back a little bit, like say the first half of the season we had Morgan and Carol didn't have much screen time, they fell back a bit. We had a lot of screen time for Olivia, which I liked. Dwight, who's newer but not really a minor character. But I like when we sort of cycle some characters up and down and have some die and some move into more important positions. I like this because we've seen Tobin on and off for a while, and we've seen Eric on and off for a while, but I like that they sort of, their importance goes up for certain storylines and down for certain ones. I like that. So it appears with them we have Tara, Rosita, Rick, Michonne, and Aaron. And from this I'm assuming that they're probably planning to go out on a run somewhere, since later on it looks like Rick, Michonne, Tara, and Aaron are on a run in the one trailer that they showed us way back at the mid-season finale. Looks like those 4 are the ones out on a run. Rosita may have been there too, but I don't quite remember. So it's interesting to see them together, and I think this is probably before they go out on the run, just going over their plan before they leave, and maybe leaving Rosita, Tobin, and Eric in charge of what's going on at Alexandria while they're gone. Sorry if there's an awkward cut there, because I just had to go answer my door, but yeah, the next image, the fourth one out of these 8, is sort of a continuation of the last one. It's that same group of people, only now they are still just walking through the streets of Alexandria. Again, I think that they are in sort of a planning stage to go out on a run or something like that. Maybe that one image we just don't see Tobin, Eric, and Rosita, and maybe they are all, what, would there be 7 of them? Maybe they are all together, because yeah, that's all 7 of them right there. So yeah, maybe the 7 of them go out on a run. If so, I'm really interested to see that. I'm interested to see Tobin out there, Eric. Good to see Tara with our group again. Just stuff like that. So I think it'll be an interesting dynamic if we do see an episode of them on a run together. The next image to me is the 5th out of 8, and it makes no sense. It makes no sense to me at all right now. Because the thing is, I was thinking, okay, maybe this isn't a walker body. Maybe this is a body that hasn't been preserved by being a walker. Maybe they died from something at the very beginning or right before the very beginning and didn't turn into a walker. So they just sort of decayed as a normal body would. But then again, when I think about it that way, I'm like, that makes no sense. Because real normal bodies left out in the open like that don't just sit in decay without animals tearing them to bits, and they sort of just get scattered and go nowhere. So for a body to sit out there and the birds to have not just sort of torn it apart, I feel is maybe a little unrealistic, so I think I'm wrong about that. Maybe it was burned by something, but I'm not sure what would burn it and leave it looking like that. I honestly have no idea what this picture signifies, what it is. I sat and tried to figure it out. I can't figure out what this is. Perhaps, no, I was gonna say perhaps it was somebody buried in rubble like those walkers back at the bridge that Heath and Tara were at, but even then, if they uncovered it, I don't know why it would look like that, and it doesn't appear to be a walker anyway. It's just a decayed skeletal remains, honestly. So yeah, no idea. Now, I don't think I need to spend very much time on our 6th image, because from what I can tell, it is just Ezekiel standing at the kingdom. That's it. There's nothing I can glean from it, nothing special I see. It's just Ezekiel standing at the kingdom. This could be as Rick and his group are leaving. I think that would be when an image like this would take place on screen. But yeah, there's really no hints or anything to this. This is just Ezekiel standing there. Now for our 7th image is another one that confuses me a lot. I think it's just going to be a random truck that they end up looting or something. But what interests me more is the body there. The body, again, does not look like it's been picked by animals, but it also doesn't look like it was a walker. So I was like, maybe they died before everybody was infected or something. But again, maybe not, because I don't know. I don't know what would make their body like that, because it looks like the body that was in the 5th image. And that's sort of what made me think more about the body in the 5th image. Okay, maybe it was decayed and maybe it was somebody who died before everyone was infected, but that just doesn't make any sense, because even so, they would have been picked apart by something. They would not just be a perfectly decaying skeletal remain desiccated there on the ground. I have no idea what would make a body like that unless they had acid dumped on them or something. And even then, it doesn't totally make sense, because they would still become a walker. We've seen some crazy burnt, messed up walkers. So yeah, maybe this was a walker that was killed and just decayed there, and maybe that's the same for the last one. But if it was decayed, left out in the if like it was a walker killed, left out in the open to decay like that, would it still be torn apart by animals? Would the birds still get to it? So yeah, these Maybe that's interesting. Maybe we see that first body and we're like, somebody killed this walker. It wasn't us. We should go. Somebody killed it and it decayed here. Then we see the second one at this truck. We're like, okay, somebody is killing these walkers. Somebody lives near here. And maybe that leads us into finding that'd be cool. That leads us into finding a new community maybe. We see the dead walkers that they were walkers, but they were killed, and now they've decayed a bit into what would seem like normal remains. That could make sense. That's one of the only solutions I have to the conundrum here. Now, the last of these 8 promo images is quite possibly my favorite one. It appears to be Rick and Tara meeting a new group. I was thinking at first maybe they could be the Oceanside people, since it looks like 3 out of 4 of them are women, but the one in the back whose face is mostly obscured actually looks like it might be a man, just a man with long hair. So if that's the case, this is a completely new group. Plus, it doesn't look like where the Oceanside was. This looks like a pile of junk, honestly. It doesn't look like a collapsed-in building because of how it's comprised. It looks like just trash. So maybe it's a group that's collected trash and used it? Or maybe, honestly, it just looks kind of like a landfill. But even then, with what I was saying about decay earlier, it's been years. By now, wouldn't a landfill have decayed a bit, been grown over a bit? I know, like, there's stuff like rubber and plastic in there and all that isn't going to decay, but it would seem as though grass would have overgrown a lot of it, and a lot of things would have decayed quite a bit, sitting out in the open elements for so long. So, not sure how they're going to play this one. Not sure. Also, the way Rick's looking at this girl-ish character is that she is somebody important. Maybe she is the leader here. Maybe she's the person in the boots we saw. And the reason I say Rick and Tara is because what we can see, the shoulder and ear, the way the hair is, looks like Tara's, and the ear as well. I know that's kind of a hard thing to judge by, but to me it looks like Tara. It looks like Rick and Tara. Maybe this is what they find. Maybe they go out on this run. We see that group that was leaving for the run earlier. They find those bodies. They track the trail of killed walkers back to this place. That's where Rick sees the crazy Mad Max walker, and this is where he meets these people. So, yeah, that's my best guess, given the bit of information there. But either way, that gets me excited, because this new group looks kind of, like I said, I had the whole theory of us meeting some post-apocalyptic carnies, that it was going to be an abandoned carnival, and that could in fact be this. This could be the post-apocalyptic carnies. So we will see what we get with this, and that was all of these 8 images. So I do hope that you guys enjoyed this video sincerely. I will have another Walking Dead video up tomorrow about tomorrow or Thursday about the hashtag support the gore stuff. So yeah, I will be having another 2 Walking Dead TV show videos for you guys this week to make up for the lack of them lately, because not much to talk about. I had fun discussing these, and I'm interested in your thoughts. So like if you did like the video, comment down there to tell me what you think of these images. Please, no spoilers. We don't do spoilers here. Not this channel. Sorry guys. So yeah, comment down there. No spoilers, of course. What you thought of these images and what you thought of my thoughts on them and everything. Subscribe for more of The Walking Dead, both TV show and comics. We have a lot coming up for it. Especially, it seems like the show is actually right around the corner, coming back. Also, follow on Twitter if you want. I'll try to keep you updated there and stuff for the channel. That is it. So thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.